It is time for some more USACO, man. We've done a lot of USACO recently because it's like the only one that hasn't been canceled, and because it's the only one you guys have been recommending. Come on, recommend me some other stuff. I'll be happy to make anything. Hello everybody, I'm Karar, and today we're going to be doing triangles on the past February contest silver for USACO. And the main reason I'm going to do this one is because I think it was a pretty interesting solution. It didn't really strike me at first, but I have already looked at the problem because I had to figure out what the solution was in order to teach it to CS Club. So we will go through it. It won't be a live solve, unfortunately, but let's do it. Alright, so Farmer John would like to create a triangle pasture for his cows. Why would he make a triangular pasture, dude? You're just trolling. There are n fence posts at distinct points x1, y1, xn, yn on the 2D map of his farm. He can choose 3 of them from the vertices of the triangle pasture as long as one of the sides of the triangle, is parallel to the x-axis and the other side is so it needs to be a right triangle? Yeah, okay, so basically, yeah. What is the sum of the areas of all possible pastures that FJ can form? And basically you have n is less than or equal to 10 to the 5, yucky, okay. And then, blah blah, great about that. First line contains n. Each of the x and lines contains 2 integers x and y, each in the range 10 to the 4 and 10 to the 4. Okay, so it looks like x and y are less of a range than n, so that might be useful to know. As a sum, we could do 10 to the 4 squared, like we could go through all of those squared, but we can't do n squared, so that's annoying, okay. And then you want to find the sum of the areas. It says 2 times the sum of the areas, right? Yeah, 2 times the sum of the areas mod 10 to the 9 plus 7, okay. And then they give us their sample input, so you got 0, 0, 0, 1, and you got 1, 0, and you got 1, 2. Okay, let's see. So basically your triangles are this one. I can't draw triangles, why? Bruh, how is it so hard? Okay, I can do one at a time, bruh. Okay, there. That's fine, that's good enough. We're good. Okay, and then this one. And basically, this one has area 1/2, this one has area 1. You add them, you get 3/2 times 2 is 3, and you get 3. Epic! So now how do you do this epically? So the thought process is you basically, to get the area, you multiply the x side and the y side together, and then you get twice the area. So like, if we think about all edges from this point, you basically multiply all the possible edge lengths here and all the possible edge lengths here, and you get like your answer, right? So let us say that there's a 2 here, and then there's like a 3, like somewhere out there there's a 3. So we could either make this side length 3, or we can make it side length 1. If it goes to here, it's 1. If it goes to there, it's 3. Similarly, we can either make this 1, or we can make it 2. So basically, the sum of all the areas, 2 times all the areas that have a corner at this point, is just going to be 3 plus 1 times 2 plus 1. Because then you get the 3 times 2, which is this big boy triangle. You get the 1 times 2, which is this big boy triangle, and then you get 3 times 1, which is this tall boy over here, and then lastly you get 1 times 1, which is the smallest one here. So basically the strategy is you want to be able to find the sum of all the edges of a certain x coordinate. So we fix this as our x coordinate, right, and we want to find all the sum of the lengths of all edges ending on this boy over here. And then same thing for like the y coordinate, you can fix the y coordinate and stuff. So basically, how do we do this? How do we make sure that we know what all the sum of the side lengths are for each point? So let us say that basically we have our array of points, right? So if we sort it by x coordinate, which it already is, then all the things that are 0 x coordinate come together, and all the things that are 1 x coordinate come together. So then we basically had to find the sum of the side lengths for each point within each x coordinate. So we first have the x coordinate 0, right? So it's going to have 0 and 0, 1. But this one's basically easy because the only thing is you know that the sum of all the edges to this point is just 1, and then the sum of all the edges to this point is also just 1. So that's pretty easy. But let's say we make this a little bit more complicated and add 1, 3 to the mix. Then we have something different. So we have 1, 0, we have 1, 2, and we have 1, 3. So the sum of all the edges to this guy is going to be 2 plus 3, which is 5. This guy, on the other hand, is going to be 2 plus 1, which is 3. But this guy is going to be 1 plus 3, which is 4. And you're like, wait, that does not have any pattern whatsoever. And we can't just calculate it separately for each one, because then you have to like check every single pair. Because like for this one, you have to check the other two. Then for this one, you have to add the other two separately, and that just takes too long, because that would be like x squared time, or n squared time even, so that's not going to work. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to find a way to take this 5 and transform it into the 3 in O of 1 time. And the way we do that is think about it this way. So the 5 is basically this line plus this line, right? And then this one is actually this line, the same line, plus this line, not the big thick line over here. So we notice that one line stayed exactly the same, but the other line got chopped because we moved closer to the point. So let me add like a bunch more points so it's more clear, and we'll try it from there. So this first one would be 2 plus 5. Okay, I need to keep track. So 2 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 9. And that's just going to be 11 plus 13 plus 29. Okay, so this one's going to be 29, right? And it's this line plus this line plus this line plus this line plus this line. Okay, and then once we move up, this one remains unchanged, right? But all of these guys get chopped, and then that's what we're adding. So basically, we had to count the number of lines we chopped, right? And we subtract 2 that many times. So we have 4 lines that we chopped, we subtract 2 times 4, and we get 21. So the sum of all the lengths to this node over here is going to be 21. However, when we move to 3, something annoying happens, because this is the one that stays the same, but this one actually gets longer. We don't actually cut it. So we have to add 3 this time, and then this one stays the same, and then we have to chop 3 from all these guys. So basically, we had to add some, and we had to chop some. So we know that the number we have to add is how many are before it. So for example, when we went from this guy over here, there was only 1 before it, so we only had to add to 1 thing. However, to figure out how many we cut, we basically take the number that's above it and subtract 1. So there's 4 above it, so we subtract 1, we get 3, and we only had to cut 3. And the amount you cut or add by is just 3. So we know what to add in order to get to 21. Cool. And then we want to repeat the process, right? Let's see. So if we want to go from 21 to over to the next one, then we know that we're chopping 3, so you subtract 3 times 3. But you're adding 1 3, so you subtract 2 times 3 actually, so you just subtract 6, and that's 15. And then from here to here, you're subtracting 2, but you're also adding 2, so that just stays the same. And then this one, you're subtracting 3 and adding 1, so that's gonna be plus, wait, what? You're subtracting? No, you're adding 3, you're subtracting 1, so you're adding 2, so it's 17. And then lastly, we only add. So we add 4, and 4 times 2, and we get 25. So you basically got to do it for all groups of x coordinates and all groups of y coordinates, and then we're good. So I think the hardest part about this one is implementation, like how do you store all the stuff? But I don't think it should be too bad, right? Alrighty, let's do it. REPL time it is. So we need our int n. We also need to store all our coordinates, so we'll do pair int xy. Whoops, just pair int xy, and then we have to store how many of them? 100,000 of them. Okay, and then we'll read everything in. Okay, so everything is read in, and basically now what we want to do is we want to sort it by x coordinate, and then like go through it and do our assignment things, and then go through y coordinate and do the same thing. So basically the way we're going to do it is we're going to store the sum of all the vertical edges that end on a certain point, and all the horizontal edges that end on a certain point. So we'll call the vertical ones y edges and the horizontal ones x edges. So int sum x for all of each point, and then we want to have int sum y 100,000 for each point. Okay, now the problem I see right now is that we don't know, it's hard to associate which point is which point right now. Wait a minute, we could just store, oh wait, it's kind of clever. Wait, we could literally just store like this. We could just store it like for each point, because, wait, it'll be, I mean, that's annoying because they made us shift it to the positive range, but like, it's not bad. I think that's fine. 2001. I mean, it's possible without doing this, but like, this makes it a lot easier. So basically, for every possible point, we'll just store it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to sort it, so we have to include our algorithm, and then we'll sort xy, xy plus n, and then what we'll do is what will we do? Okay, we should have a transform, so we should transform it to its index. So int transform, or parent int transform, probably want to return coordinates, and then we'll pass it in a parent int, xy, and then basically we'll just shift it up by 10 to the 4th. And then xy dot second plus 10 to the 4th. Whoops, I can't type 10 to the 4th. 10 to the 4th. Epic. So we'll basically have a for loop on the outside, so we want to go through our entire array. And then within this, we'll go through all the ones that are equal. So we'll say that I is on like the first, like you know how we had 0, 0, 1, 1? Well, assume that I is on the first 0 or the first 1 or whatever, the first of the group. So if it's on the first of the group, we first want to find the sum for the first guy in the group, and then from there we can get everybody else's. So while, or no, we should say int I is equal to j plus 1. Or no, what? The other way around. Int j is equal to I plus 1. Epic. And then basically we want to sum all of them. So right now we're at 0, 0, but we also want to sum to 0, 1, 0, 2, whatever. Okay, so while xyj dot first is equal to xyi dot first. Oops, that's not how you do equal. Then we basically add to sum of, oh wait, shoot, and then we want pair int transform xyi. Wait, let's just do that at the beginning. Okay. So basically you want to store where it transforms to in our array so that we can store our sum somewhere. So we'll store our sum is plus sum, which one? Sum x dot first, y x dot second, plus equals xyj dot second minus xyi dot second. Okay, and this should be sum, this is vertical, so it's the same x coordinate, it should be sum y. Okay. And then now once we've gotten the sum for the first guy, we could use our transform to get the sum for the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy, so on and so forth. So we're going to do the same thing, j is equal to I plus 1, and then same for loop, a while loop again. And then we're going to transform each one individually. xyj this time, and we're going to set the xy, let's set this to like new, I don't know, car is good. And then car dot first, car dot second. So basically what it's going to be is it's going to be sum y, x dot first, x dot second. Or no, we had to store prev somewhere. Let's store prev. So int prev is equal to sum y, x dot first, x dot second. Okay, so prev is going to store our previous one, and then we know how to do it recursively. So prev plus the distance to the previous one. So it's going to be xyj dot second minus xyj dot j minus 1 dot second. Okay, so that'll give us what we had to multiply by, or this is how much we had to cut or add to each one. And then the number that we had to add to is the number below it, right? So the number below it is just going to be j minus I, and then the number above it, or the number above it is what? Oh, okay, so we have to keep track of the number above it. So int total equals 0, or total equals 1. Yeah, 1, let's say. And then every time we go to a new one, we'll just do tot plus plus. Okay, and then the number above it is going to be what? So total, that's the total number of nodes we got. You subtract the number below, and then you subtract 1 to get the number above it, strictly above it. Minus j plus I. But then we had to subtract 2 actually, because we actually want 1 less than the number above. Okay. Wait, does it simplify to something? I think it does. So it should just be 2 times j minus 2 times I minus tot plus 2. Okay. Alright, epic. So basically we finished our sum y, now we just gotta do our sum x. And how do we sum it based on the second one? Well, what we could do is we could just use our own function. So we're just gonna do bool compare parents. So basically what you want to do is you want to say, you want to return true if the first one goes before the second one. So we'll just return x dot second is less than y dot second. Okay. But actually we also want to have the x coordinates in increasing order, so we got to do that. So if this, then we return true automatically. However, if the y coordinates are equal, we got to check the x coordinates. Return x dot first is less than x dot second. Okay, y dot second. Okay. No, y dot first, I mean, that should be good. Y dot first. Okay. And then in our sort thing, we basically just say comma our function, which is, what do we call it? We just call it compare. Okay. Let's call it compare y, so it's obviously different. Okay. And then we basically do the same thing. How do we change it up? So we gotta do second here, and then we gotta do that's right, and then this first. Okay, so now we have the sum x and sum y for all of our points, and now we just gotta go through each point and like multiply the two. So we go from 4 int I equals 0, I less than n, I plus, and we'll have to have a running total, so int sum o is equal to 0. And then we'll do sum plus equals, actually let's just do, get the parent transform x, y, I, and then sumo plus equals sum x of, x dot first, x dot second, times sum y of x dot first, x dot second, and then we just f out this at the end. Okay, that was kind of complicated. I don't know if it's probably not going to work on the first try. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even make it. Wow, okay, so let's see. So triangles, and then boom. Alright, yeah, that's not working. Okay, so let's see. So it does sort it, and then it goes through here, adds 1 to the total. Oh, we never rechanged prev. Okay, the prev has to equal sum y car dot first, car dot second. We'll do the same over there. Well, I mean, that still doesn't work, but let's see. Now, what can we print out to make it make sense? Well, let's first print out the sum of this, and then we'll do the same for the y coordinate. Wait, what, did it not see out anything? Wait a minute. Is it reading it? Oh, I didn't call it triangles.in. Okay. Triangles.rip. We're having a segmentation fault. Epic. Oh, this has to be 10 to the 4. And now our while loop probably has a problem. So let's see. Oh, we never. Bruh, I'm trolling. We gotta do j++. Okay, let's see. That's a lot of C. That's why then. Oh, but we also want to set I to. Okay, we want to set I to equal j. And the reason we want to set I to equal j is because j is the next one that's not equal to I, right? So we want to jump our for loop that far forward. That makes sense, right? Because we had 1. Wait, let's see our picture. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't make sense because we have 0, 0, well, that. So this should give 1, this should give 2, and this should give 1. So we should have 2 1s somewhere in there. Okay, let's see how it looks after it's sorted. So let's take this and we'll change it to about. Okay, and okay. Run. We'll probably should do end those two. So that's right, and then here this is also right. Okay. Now how do you get 2? So 0, 0, and 0, 1, that makes sense. And then, okay, so there's a problem. Because this seems to work right. X, Y, I dot second, okay. But then for 1 it gets weird. Okay, I'm not gonna worry whether this works just yet. But yeah, you basically set I is equal to j. So I should now equal to 2. Fine, let's try seeing out I and see what happens. 0, wait, why did it jump to 3? Oh, so it does, okay, so we need to do j minus 1. Oh, but, yeah, but the for loop adds at the very end, so we have to do minus 1 here. Okay, okay, makes sense. 2 and 6, where do you get 6 from? Oh, we had to do the same thing here, okay. Oh, and we had to change everything to sum x, that is a problem. Because if we only change sum y, then it's always going to be multiplying by sum x being 0, and that's good. Oh, very nice, that looks right. I mean, it gives 7, but our first sums are fine. 1 makes sense, 2 makes sense, 1 also makes sense, and then the other is 0, okay. Okay, now we've got the first ones right, let's try to debug the second ones. Like the one that we get from the first one, and we'll make it cart. And we'll take out all the other C outs. So does 3 make sense? No. How do you get 3? Plus. So this is just going to be 1 for the first guy. Then 2 times j. J is going to be 1. I is going to be 0. So it'll be 2, and then minus tot, which should be 2. And plus 2, so it should be times 2. 1 times 2. Anyway, let's just do the logic again. So j minus 1 is how many are below it, right? J minus 1. J minus I. Oh. So that would be j minus I minus 1. So we moved on to the next one. Okay. Oh, so we take this and we had to add 0. Okay, so now we have the right formula. So let's fix that over here. And test it. So it should be 1, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 2. No, there's for sure not another 2. Oh yeah, how is this happening? Oh, yeah. It's still 50. Okay, I see. Okay, that is desired, and what's our out? Okay, good, it's working now. So we should be good. Let's take out all our C out and let us submit. Triangle, here we come. Please work, I beg of you. I beg. Alright, ready for this? Come on, come on. We're waiting. It's gonna work, it's gonna work. Flip, work. Flip. Flip. Whoop. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. Is it too big? What? Wait a minute. Are these the problem? So I'm using too much memory. So maybe, yeah, this is not right. So let's just use... Okay, let's change this. And we can just use a map to map each point to another, to its number. Okay, let's just do that. So we'll include a map. And basically I want to be able to map a coordinate to a number so that we can store it properly. So new map and then map into MP, and then over here when we're reading it in we'll fix it. So every time we read it we'll say MP of, oh wait, we want to map a pair of ints to a net. And then here we'll say, oh let's do XYI, and then we'll map it to I. Okay, and then here we'll just do, we don't need to transform it anymore. So let's do MPXY. Oh, XYI would. Okay, and then here we'll just do MP XY, no, MP car. Oh, and we should probably change everything to long. No, we gotta take and mod the number thing. Oh wait, the car is a transform. You can't use the transform version, so let's change it. And then we'll just make this MPXYJ. Okay, nice. This should work. I just added one more square bracket. Should work now. Let's see. Wait, what? Hold up. Wait, where did I see stuff? Okay, that messed it up, but it should be the right way to do it, so we'll have to figure out what the problem is. Alright, let's do the same cout strategy, so let's make sure the sums are right. Oh bro, did I delete the wrong thing? Oops, I think I deleted the wrong thing. So there should be sum x, first and first. Okay, good, so I think it's working. Yeah, it's working. Okay. So we'll delete this, let's try it again. And we gotta make sure we mod it the right thing. So mod 3 to, what was it, 10 to the 9, cow, no, let's do 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 7, right? That 10 to the 9 plus 7, yeah, okay. And then we'll just take and mod that just to be sure. And then at the very end, no, it should be good, okay. So we'll download this and try again. Okay, hopefully this works. I'm pretty sure the memory was a problem in the last time. Raw moment, raw moment, raw moment. Hold up. We're doing something wrong then. Well, I think long is first thing that I did. Wait, this should only run in end time though. What's the problem here? Oh, oops. Try again. Okay, so I think the problem was that I made my arrays too small. Hopefully that fixes something. Okay. Nice. Come on. Why the timing? It only takes end time, right? Wait, did I do it wrong again? Okay, well what is possibly taking a long time? Fine, let's see what happens if we comment out this part. Okay, let's just F out 3 and then comment out the part that we're confused about. So let's just comment out the sorting and see what happens. Wait, really the same, so I guess the sort is the problem. So let's see what happens if we get rid of everything else and then leave only the sort. What's the sort? The sort, I don't know how I'm supposed to fix the sort though. Wait bro, it literally isn't the sort, what the heck? Okay fine, let's see, is there, maybe what's wrong with my sort though? Mine's watching. That's how you do it, what? Okay fine, let's see. Sort pair C++ by second. Is there any easy way to do it? Oh, I'm bad at writing code. Okay, so basically the problem is here. Okay, that took a while, damn, okay. Problem is you gotta do if x dot second is less than y dot second, then we automatically return true. However, we used to be doing it like else, right? But we only had to check it if x dot second is equal to y dot second. Then we return x dot first is less than y dot second. And then we return false. Okay, that makes so much more sense. Okay, this should work. Boy, that took me so long. That's just bad. Oh my. I gotta learn how to write things. Triggered. Okay, nice. Let's go. Finally, that's the stupidest mistake. Oh, I didn't know how to code a sort. Oh, I'm so sad. Dang, that took me like an hour just because I did stupidest mistakes ever. But hope you guys enjoyed. Hope that was helpful seeing me make stupidest mistakes in the universe and how I try to debug them. But yeah, as always, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more. If you guys want more of this, let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys next time.